Season 8 is finally here, and with that means a whole new adventure for the main six and their friends. So then, let's see what adventures the show is going to throw at us this time.
But where does one go to learn about friendship? They can all go here, because we're gonna open a school.
Well, this is gonna suck. School! A freaking school! This is where we're at to getting the message across to the show now? This is stupid! It's like the show just gave up trying to be subtle in getting messages across. Now we have to sit you down, children, and listen to us talk to you while we have these life lessons that we're gonna shove them down your gob! You can already tell I'm pissed off. So I'll just get started. Hello there my friends, I'm the editor, and welcome back to Cut and Print, and today we're looking at parts 1 and 2 of School Daze, and how much of a headache I had just watching this. So let's just get started so I can finish. We start off with the friendship map, and it seems to have been updated somehow. And with that comes my first problem.
There's that horrid town where we were almost sold. The pirates! They were pretty awesome. And Mount Eris! What about that unicorn, Tempest? I invited her to come to Ponyville, but she wanted to spread the word of the Storm King's defeat.
The movie is canon. Now, I know what you all might be thinking, that of course the movie is canon. The Equestria Girls specials are canon, so why not the movie? This is my problem. My OCD cannot accept this. In the movie, it was a different show style and animation used. It also introduces new characters into the universe of MLP and introduced us to new races alongside it. But say that you've never watched the movie. You ended on season 7 with the reunion of Starswirl, the bearded band of merry mares and stallions, or the MLP Avengers as I call them. Then, all of a sudden, this happens. You're thrown into a state of not knowing what the hell just happened. And additionally, all of a sudden, the movie, being canon, goes straight back into show accurate style, rather than the movie style. So, what was the point in having the movie style in the first place? If it was show accurate, the movie I mean, I wouldn't have a problem here. But maybe it's just me. Comment down below and let me know if you agree or not. However, if Emily Blunt as Tempest and Kappa returns in the show, I will take all of this back. Anyway, moving on, Twilight has an idea to open a school for friendship to be learned. Again, this is stupid. What's the point? The show is supposed to learn life lessons to individuals in everyday life and how the situation can come up in everyday life. So you became aware of it when the time comes, or it's already come. Here, in school, you're just shoving it down the kids' throats and forcing them to learn stuff. It's not what the show is about. This is Friendship is Magic, not Friendship is Learning. And additionally, how the hell can you teach lessons based off of the elements of harmony? Magic? You have a literal school for gifted unicorns, run by Celestia herself for buck's sake. Laughter? They're just going to be lessons on how to be party ponies. We have enough of them as it is. Honesty? Just tell the truth. There, class dismissed. However, kindness, generosity and loyalty, I'll admit, they work for lessons to be taught, but not in a classroom format. Speaking of which, to open a school, Twilight must follow what's known as the EEA Handbook, the Equestria Education Association, to make her school credited, kind of like how the EYFS, the Early Year Foundation stage, works for the English. And... no.
The EEA ensures that whether it's unicorns studying magic, Pegasi learning weather, or Earth ponies researching agriculture, all schools are held to the same high standard.
No! It's a Warhammer 40k reference! They're using the insignia of the Ultramarines in the show! Why? This means I owe FNGR, Solar Flare, and Tricky Fox $10 each.
I am Chancellor Naysay. Equestria owes you a great debt.
I'm sorry, what?
And can we trust you to follow through with this plan? Will you leave the school unattended to gallop off on your adventures?
Huh. All of a sudden I'm starting to enjoy this episode. For many reasons, actually. 1. That's the voice of the brain in MLP, coming across as a Chancellor Palpatine character. 2. The place Twilight goes to is laid out like the Ministry of Defense from Harry Potter. Also, it might just be me, but that one mare under the Chancellor comes across as being an Umbridge pony. 3. The Chancellor is freaking Doctor Strange.
They'll have these problems turned around before we know it.
Problems?
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
And fourthly... portals. The secret rift is canon in the show. Basically, we use portals to get around each other's channels. We're gonna call credit for that, Hasbro. Anyway, this going on, the school is approved for the time being, as the main 6 prepare themselves for the new roles of being Professors of Friendship. How the hell they got those titles where they're still learning it themselves is beyond me. More to the point, we meet the new students, and not all ponies. In fact, we have a brand new main 6 introduced to us, consisting of a surfer neurotic pony called Sandbar, a half hipster, half sarcastic griffin called Gallus, who to me is a likeable version of Gilda. Then we have Yana, a yak, who is just so cuddly I just want to give her a big squishy hug. Smolder, a Scootaloo coloured dragon, who is Ember 2.0. Xelos, a shy yet intelligent changeling, who looks like a non-reformed changeling recoloured, which is... interesting? Maybe just because she's young? And finally, Silverstring, a hippogriff who I can only describe as being a mix of Gabby the Griffin and Pinkie Pie fused together. And that is our cast for this time round. So I take it that Twilight School can be classified as a residential school then? For those who don't know, a residential school is a kind of boarding school used in the US and Canada to teach, quote, non-civilized races, unquote, as they put it back then, how to live among others for a better society. Thank the Emperor this is not that, or else you might as well make a prisoner of war camp episode. But as the classes go on, it seems to be going well? Until Twilight happens to ruin everything by only going by what the EEA states and not using her initiative in education and learning. This is Spice Up Your Life all over again, is follow what I say and only what I say, or else it's not acceptable. In a school it makes sense up to a point. You need to make lessons fun or else no one learns anything. Also, Twilight, you are turning into an Ultramarine yourself now.
You succeeded because you were trained by the book, the holy codex of our oh-so wonderful orchestra by Power Butt's spiritual liege. Yes, indeed, my lord, we did.
This is idiotic.
Who are you and what have you done with Twilight Sparkles?
My thoughts exactly. So much so that this doesn't work for the students as they try running away from class only to learn friendship lessons by themselves and not in a classroom. Gee, I wonder why it doesn't work in this format you're trying to get across. But what truly gets on my nerves is that Chancellor.
Those are students? Who said you were opening this school to protect Equestria? to defend ponies from dangerous creatures who don't have our best interests at heart. And how do you know these creatures won't take what they have learned here and use it against us? Perhaps you should return to your kind.
You racist bastard. The show went there and included racism and speciesism. Who, for the love of the Emperor, thought discrimination was a good thing to promote? You are bucking idiots. And that was all just part one. There is so much to take in there all at once. I can't even comprehend it. So, okay, I'll come back to this later. On to part 2. Twilight's a bumbling wreck, having lost her school to Dr. Racist, and is once a freaking again, falls to Starlight to be the voice of reason.
You gave up too easily. You showed me that when you know in your heart something is right, you stand up for it. You did that for me. Why not for this? Why should you let some pony else stop you from doing your job?
Can we just make her the Alicorn Princess of Friendship at this point? Ever since she's been reformed, she's done pretty much all the work. Changelings, the Shadow Pony, Fame and Misfortune, and now this. Promote this bitch and demote the other one already, she's useless! But moving away from the purposeless of friendship for a while, turns out all the students decided to stay together and form their own little inner circle, ironically without the element representatives anywhere in sight. Do I need to prove the point that the school system idea that you're going through doesn't work for the show any more than I already have to? They decided to stay together because they got to know one another and know to trust each other, like real friends would. The only point this school has had thus far is a plot hole for the meetup. Oh, and guess who turns up just at the end of an anticlimactic struggle with machine gun quillipults. So what words of wisdom are you going to preach now?
It's pretty clear you've already started learning friendship without your teachers. But we'd like to show you even more. If you'd come back to school?
Come back to school. You literally just stated that they don't need to, but you're going to go ahead with this bullshit again. Also, if you're aiming for the children demographic here, what kid honestly wants to go to school?
We're going back to school.
Oh, shut the buck up.
None shall pass.
And now you're making a Lord of the Rings reference. Are you just trying to get every single fandom included at this point?
I seem to recall something about Earth ponies, unicorns, and Pegasi doing something similar. Don't you?
Oh, so now you decide to help. Okay, you know what? I'm calling it here. What is the lesson to gain from these episodes? Is there one? 'Cause I don't get it. The most I can get out of this is trust each other and not your teachers. That works. Or how about if you follow the rules authorized by an upper authority, you must become a racist? Or how about, and yes, I don't care, I'm saying it right this way, fuck the rules and make your own. What a collective pile of garbage. This is the worst start to a new season I have ever seen for the show. It doesn't seem finished. It's like they spent all the time and effort went into designing character models and linking it to the movie so they could keep the visual appeal more promising, not taking any notice into the abandonment of the story, character development, or even the way that the lessons were taught to the viewers. A waste of potential. The biggest problem here is it's a school. You fucked it up by including learning rather than letting them learn inconspicuously before they go away and learn a lesson without realizing it. Now, just sit down and watch and listen. These episodes get a bronze mark, nothing more to say. If this is the start of Season 8, I am just dreading what's to come. But maybe I'm jumping off the bandwagon a little early here. But a lot needs to happen from now until the season ends to make me think that this is not worth watching anymore. I'm just going to leave it at that. Your thoughts for the love of the Emperor down below, please tell me if you agree or not. But for now, I'm going to get back to the other season reviews until the season produces something worth watching. Until then, my friends, I'm the editor, and cut that to wrap, and I just... I don't have anything else to say. Good lord.